Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today we are pruning up 25. That's right, 25 Trident maples. I got them last year, bare rooted during the winter, and I started them, getting them out of dormancy and potted them up about this time last year. So this would be, they're going into their third year of life. I'd say anywhere between 2 and 2.5. And when they came from Bonsai Ken on eBay out of Ohio, and they were all really tight together, and like the roots were in almost like a jelly type. And so I rinsed those off based on his recommendation and planted in some nice soil. And I put them in various containers last year just to test and see what would work best for them. Some I hacked right away, and some I let grow full. And I'll continue to do that, as I don't want them all to be bonsais. I'd like some to be some nice Japanese-sized garden trees. So they are over here. I have them all lined up like good Marines. As you can see, the variance in size and container. And I even did different types of soil. So there were 25. We'll see if all 25 survived. Right now I have them staged up in my plant room. They were down in the basement greenhouse. I got this faux hardwood at a local like discount store. And initially, I mean, it looked tacky, but it was fine because it's got that cushion, you know, so if you're spilling water and stuff, it's not so bad. And this room is kind of like separate from the main house, so it doesn't have its own heat source, so it get like colder in there. So anyways, it helped with that. But the mutts, that's where their doggy door is. So they come sprinting around when they hear somebody out or something outside, and they've just torn it up. And since then, the discount store has stopped carrying the wood version. They only carry the black version. So that's really frustrating now that I'm seeing it on camera. Anyways, back to the trees. So longest intro in Jarhead Bonsai history, but that's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. All right, y'all. So I am picking this white backdrop for the first time today. I've been toying with doing white. I've seen other bonsai broskies doing black. You know, others it doesn't matter. It varies all the time. You know, I guess to each their own. I've done some where I wear a black sweatshirt, and sometimes that works. But with these trees, they're so long and stringy, and they're in different periods of dormancy. Like this one has some of its old fall coloring red leaves falling off, and it has some light green new growth already starting. I think it would be difficult to see on a different background, so I'm hoping this actually pays off. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of talk to you about my plan on this tree, and then I'll set a time lapse for the following 24, because who on earth would want to see me and listen to me for 25 trees? Not me. All right, so I just removed all the old growth there. Old leaves that'll come off. So this tree specifically, Laura, before she went back to work, was like, you cannot cut this one. This one has shui, and you gotta leave at least one. And she's always all about like letting things grow wild. She never wants to prune anything. So I'm going to honor my fiance's wishes and leave her one tree. So I guess this one will be deemed hers. So I just wanted to look at it, take a look, cut out anything. You know, since they're such young trees, it's not like dead wood would be attractive, so I'm not leaving any of the dead branches. I'm just going to remove that dead growth. And I'll do this with all the trees. I'll remove any cross branching as well. And regardless of whether it's started its new growth or not, like if it's a new bud like here on a short branch, I'll just leave it. But I believe for the most part, I will, you know, encourage it to come out of dormancy by nipping the tips. So Bonsai Ken had said, you know, if you want more ramification in an early growth season, take them out of dormancy and leave them in a warm, sunny spot in your house a couple months before spring. So that's what I did last year. So that's why I'm following suit this year. I'm giving them a head start. And as you see, I mean, these things, I think I have a previous video playlist. They're at least mentioned in my initial intro to the ranch. They were just really tall and skinny, no branches. So we got some nice branches developing here. Be interesting to see where this one goes. Honestly, I think it has a nice balance, and then, you know, what I would probably take out, I would probably take it to here and make that the new apex, is what Laura wants me to keep. So I guess this tree, it's gonna be what it is. So I hope you all enjoy the next time lapse. I'm gonna set it to some cool music, and maybe we'll discuss it a little bit afterwards. Otherwise, I'm just really excited to finally be working with these Trident maples. So here we go, time lapse. All right, y'all. So that's going to do it for us today here at the ranch. I spared you like 3 or 4 of the trees because they were just basically sticks in the mud, and they probably didn't get that second leafing last year like the others where they really got the branching going on. So I just snipped the tips on those and ran out of daylight. So I saved them for the end and spared you. You saw I had a nice difference in size, and it was a lot of fun hitting the apex, resetting apexes, getting rid of cross branching, dead branches, and all those old leaves. I watched them grow all last year, disciplined to not touch them, even though I really wanted to. You know, some are growing crazy branches like you saw, but it was worth it in the end. So I'm really excited to see what comes in the spring. I hope Laura doesn't watch the end of this video because I don't know if you noticed, but I think I accidentally grabbed the sway tree and pruned that. So I might be in trouble. I'm sure she'll forgive me. Oh, well. So that's going to do it for us here at Jarhead Bonsai today, y'all. Go ahead and have a great day yourselves. Take care.